Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Boiswego Pod. Today, I'm joined again by a popular guest who just hosts our Jeopardy game, Stephen Woody. How we doing, Stephen? How are you?
I'm all right. I've been better. I mean, regarding everything with fantasy and Michigan State and everything, but I'm hoping to look forward and it'll get better.
Yeah. How's soccer going?
Our season just ended last week. We were in the playoffs. But yeah, so now I got hella free time. Been running for it with
Nice.
Watts and Mickey Cat
Nice.
a couple of days. It's been a good time.
That was going to be my follow-up question. How's the Fortnite treating you? You guys getting a lot of victory royales or
Yeah, me, Jordan Brady and their friend got it. We got a dub when we played the other
who's the other friend? Was it Mark or
Mark.
yeah?
Dude,
Yeah,
that
you
guy's
know Mark?
like
That's
he,
fire. Mark
his voice
Pryor, the GOAT.
is like high all the time vibes.
Yeah, I visited Mark last winter break with Brady at Iowa City. It was a good time. Very chill.
Yeah, it was me, Brady, Cap, and Mark.
Nice. That's a squad right there.
Dude, it was fun though. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good
I love
time.
to
And I
hear.
played with Steve last night, and we had a good time.
Nice. Look at that. I mean, Fortnite just bringing the boys back together,
Yeah, we just need
forming new relationships. You love to
Al's
see
getting Ben Bob's box back, so then
it.
the OG goat squad.
Yeah, I might have to plug my Xbox in and hop on.
Oh yeah, feel
I
free
know
to.
I'm no good, but the good vibes are always there.
Yeah, we'll take the bot lobbies.
All right, so let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. Our agenda for today is we're just gonna kind of do a traditional, what you'd see in a traditional written LM note. We're just gonna go and do power rankings and some matchup analysis for week 10. Um, And then if Steven wants to talk about his team, I guess I can ask him some questions and see how he's feeling about them at the end. But we'll start with power rankings. So, Steven, I think we can work together on this or,
Yeah.
just give our opinions on where we think people are at. We might have varying opinions because power rankings are always a little bit subjective. But
Yeah.
who do you think? Here, I'll
Do we
put
want to
up.
start do you want to start from the bottom?
Or yeah, let's start at the bottom. That's a good idea. Who do you
Yeah.
think's the worst team?
Like I feel like so the problem is like whenever there's a bad fantasy week in general, Drew always does well.
Mm-hmm.
Last week he like I feel like was just kind of a not good like the average point score was like 110. Like it was just not very high, but Drew like played really well. I feel like I just can't see Brady's team going very far ever.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree. I mean, the only bright spot on his team's probably Derrick Henry.
Mahomes, but even still, Mahomes hasn't been playing like Mahomes like that much recently.
Yeah, and he's got a bye this week, so
Yeah,
I
so
I think
he's starting Bryce Young against me.
yeah, I think that Mahomes will pick it up, but
Yeah, but I mean, he's got to pick up a lot to bring him back.
yeah, I look at Brady's team and like he's got some like decent pieces. I actually Brady's team might be better than mine, honestly. But his like he's got Deontay too. I didn't realize he had Deontay because I was looking at Pickens. I'm like, he kind of sucks, but
Yeah, but like,
he
I
just
mean,
hasn't performed well. Like his
yeah,
tight end is lacking, and like his good players have just kind of underperformed. So I think the sentiment is there that yeah, Brady's probably got the worst team. But
like the pieces are there, like Mahomes, Hen, Deontay, but like when Jalen Warren is like your forever RB2.
well, he's got Swift too.
Oh yeah, true. Who's on a bye this week? I guess. Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's just a testament to the league that
yeah.
Brady's team is the probably the 12th best team, and
It's
he
not
still
even
has
that
some good
bad.
pieces. So
Yeah,
the teams are
yeah.
competitive.
But
Um,
I'd probably. I think yeah, I'd agree that he's unfortunate to be 12th.
Yeah. But
But
yeah, I'd say yeah, he's definitely 12. Who's 11?
I think you have to go Drew.
Yeah. But
Like,
I have to say that I think Drew's team
yeah, I think his team's
up
on
in
the
the
up.
rankings. Yeah.
Yeah, he started so rough, but he can. I wouldn't be surprised if he were to like sneak into the playoffs. To be honest.
Yeah, if he went on a win streak or like put up a bunch of points. I mean, like
Yeah,
Ramondre looked good. His problem is obviously that he lost Rodgers and Derek Carr. No offense, Steven is his starting quarterback. I mean,
yeah,
that's I guess
yeah.
Purdy's in there too,
On
but
the
those
trade
guys are
Tua,
just not great. Yeah, Drew,
you can have Tua.
if you watch this, you definitely should have made a trade for a quarterback, and you still can. There's like a week, there's like 2 weeks till the trade
Yeah,
deadline.
there's been a trade in our trade pile that he said he's considered. It's been sitting there for 15 days.
Uh, well,
So,
I
but
mean, like I said, he's got Tank Dell too, so I mean,
yeah, that he is sneaky too.
he can
And
play.
he's like,
He can flex. Whoever's got the better matchup. His only
yeah,
real holes is like tight end and quarterback.
tight end, yeah.
He's got fucking AJ Brown and Austin Eckler. I mean, that's a recipe for
Yeah,
success. So we'll see what happens.
yeah. So, I mean,
Um, I
yeah,
think,
every team's pretty good. Like, actually, to be honest, like,
yeah,
I
I
could
think,
see low key scooting up.
I think that at 10 you have to put my team. I mean, my team's just been dog shit. I had a good
I've
week
been
from.
great here, to be honest, but I would have said, I would have said Vaughn or Skip, to be honest.
Oh, that's okay. I I think Vaughn's team's great. I
I
actually love
Vaughn.
Vaughn's team.
Okay, yeah, 10's low, but I don't know. I just feel like
He's
Vaughn's
got
team
Gibbs
is
there
good,
too.
but
Didn't you give him Gibbs?
yeah, and Demon's gonna come back and take all of his
That's
reps again.
that's true, but I think the way that Gibbs has played that he's gonna be in the picture and he's gonna be productive.
No, but Dan Campbell says he wants a bell cow back. And even with like what Demont has done, why would you like strip him of that?
I suppose. I mean,
He hasn't done anything wrong except get injured. Like, and
I don't think Evan should be worried about it because I think Monty's gonna get the goal line carries. He's still gonna get 15, 20 touches a
yeah,
game.
he's probably still gonna get 60% of the snaps, probably.
But I think Gibbs' talent's so undeniable that he's also gonna get some. Like they honestly might just give it to their running backs more than they had been before.
Yeah, maybe just not throw it as much.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
I can.
personally I love Vaughn's team. CD Lamb has probably the best
He
schedule. It
has
doesn't
been. Yeah, he's also been. His output has been crazy as of recent.
he probably has the best schedule. Like
I guess I can say you. I mean, not that it's good, but like Cam Akers kind of helps you because he's done. Madison
yeah.
is
I mean,
the guy again.
I'm gonna have to rattle off some I'm gonna have to rattle off some wins. And I just don't know if I can do it, but
Thielens getting a little like up and down.
I don't know. I just think
He,
after my stinker last week that
yeah, tell
I
me about
can't
it.
be ranked very high, but we'll
I feel
see.
like I'm kind of new to you to be honest. Like, yeah, I'm fine putting you
Yeah, you
and
and I have been slumping. How many of
yeah,
you lost in a row? Three? Two?
3. I think because I think I was 4-2 at one point. I'm not sure though.
I
It's
had won
but
I had
um
won a couple in a row, but this last week was just pathetic. So
yeah.
I don't
So
know. So yeah, I guess I'd put me at 10, maybe you at 9 or 8.
yeah,
I think that if you put Vaughn at 10, that's fine. But I had Vaughn in like my top 4 or 5. I think
I would
Vaughn's
probably
team
have him
is
at.
excellent.
I was probably having Vaughn at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. Then I think
I did kind of say that looking at his record, not really going back to his team after all the acquisitions he made. But I'd
yeah,
probably say I don't know. Skip's team is like questionable. Like Cheetah and Skip, like
Yeah.
their running back is just like a huge hole right now
Hmm.
until like maybe A-Chain comes back, but
I mean, Chuba's the starter. Chuba's the starter now. Chuba's the starter now. So I mean that at least they have an RB2 in Chuba, but yeah, it's just they don't have the best backfield.
yeah.
Their
Well,
quarterback
I
play
mean,
is
hopefully,
awful.
hopefully Levis can get D Hop back into the groove. Like we showed he could like the past 2 weeks. But yeah,
Yeah,
now they have to start. They have Baker starting this week.
the worst move. So let's just talk about how they traded they traded Fields for Stroud and 2 Fob, which actually, as much as like people gave him shit the first like 2 weeks of the trade, was a good trade for them. And then they
Yeah,
traded Stroud for Pierce, and that was just an awful
yeah, that
trade.
was bad.
Stroud
Stroud is
looks he looks like a world beater.
dude. Stroud is sweet. He's legit.
So Evan, if you watch this, good trade.
Yeah,
Cheetah and Skip, sorry. That
yeah,
just hurts. That I mean, having no quarterback for you guys, and Love hasn't been anything special either. Like that's where their team kind of comes up short. But nonetheless, having Amon-Ra and Diggs is awesome. So once Amon-Ra comes back, they'll look a little better. But yeah, I think they're probably
yeah. Seeing how Levitt, I've seen how D Hop operates. Maybe a couple more weeks with
yeah.
Levis and D Hop. I'm interested to see how that like turns out overall.
Me too. They have a connection there, I think for
Yeah,
sure. I
first
mean,
week dropping three tutties.
yeah.
So
All right. So that puts us at we'll just say
so
that they were 8. So who's
yes,
7? Who's the playoff? Who's the first playoff team or last playoff team, rather?
Lem.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. And I think that Lem could end up
A little, yeah,
yeah, I think Lem has a chance of falling out of that spot and having,
yeah,
you or I or Cheat and the Skip take it.
yeah. I
Uh
think other people could take that spot, but like
he just has the record going for him
I would
right
say he
now.
has the record. Like he's just kind of like his team's just like they just kind of have like a decent floor, but not a very high ceiling. Like that's what his
Yeah.
team, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like Worcester's the only one with a pretty high ceiling that like drops those big numbers, but like I feel like everyone else just kind of drops like a 10 pointer, 12 pointer.
Yeah,
Like
I mean his RB2 spot is just gross.
Pittman
I don't know
14,
if he had somebody on
18,
a bye,
16,
but
19, 10. Kincaid's been decent,
dude,
15,
his
17,
his
16.
his tight ends are surprisingly really good. That's like
Yeah.
Lem's strong suit. And I think I was telling Evan this the other day, but I think that I mean this is a hot take, but I think that Dalton Kincaid is the next like special tight end. If he continues to build chemistry with Allen, I think that you're looking at like as long as like I mean I don't know what's gonna happen with Dawson Knox. Obviously he's hurt right now, but if it was just Kincaid in that lineup, I think you're looking at like the next Kelsey. Like I know it's just been 3 good weeks, but I think
Kincaid's not even
he's
the
a
best.
rookie. He's a rookie and he looks like an absolute stud. Like in 2 years, this guy could be tight end one.
I don't know. Kincaid, I don't even think he's the best rookie tight end. So
Who do you think's better?
Sam Laporta.
Yeah, he's good.
That guy's been legit. He's gonna be like a Hawkinson though. Like he is just like
He's literally Hawkinson
he is
2.0.
Hawkinson.
I think
But
Kincaid's
Kincaid,
ceiling's
I
higher.
do see, yeah, I agree with Kincaid having a high ceiling. Like could be a crazy like
Well, he was advertised as like the best receiving tight end in the class. So
yeah. Yeah.
I
I see
think
that.
he's the next like if I'm just gonna put this out there for everybody to know, so they know for next year when I'm drafting. If I don't get Kelsey, probably taking Kincaid. I just like him a lot.
Yeah. Well, like outside, like when you look at Lem's team, I feel like outside of like Mostert, like I feel like I haven't seen anyone on that team drop more than 20, like in the
Yeah.
past couple weeks.
Yeah, his receivers are
Godwin's
a little
been
sus.
struggling. Pittman puts up like average of like 14.
JSN's been pretty good
Singletary, like,
actually.
wah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, his
Dotson's been okay, but he's like, you can't rely on Dotson, I feel like.
Lem just has unreliable receivers that are just like they're solid, but
He's got, yeah, he's either
he doesn't
putting
have
up,
a stud.
yeah, he doesn't have,
He's missing Jettas. He
yeah,
needs
Jetta's,
Jettas to come back.
yeah.
All right.
He's
Um,
designated to return from IR on Wednesday, or today, I think.
he is returning.
That's on the report is that he's designated to return soon.
Hmm. Well, that would be huge for Lem.
So
Hopefully I think I play Lem this week, so yeah, hopefully he doesn't come back because I mean at least he's got Dobbs throwing to him. I mean Dobbs looked good, but or had his moments, but that's better
yeah.
than Kirk throwing to
So we're looking at number 6.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think 6 is where I have Vaughn.
Vaughn. That's fair. Do you want to
I think
talk about his team at all?
again, I think Gibbs has been awesome lately, but that's gonna drop. Um, I think right now he doesn't really have anyone of importance on bye week, and if you look at his bench, he has like no one, like pretty much an empty bench.
Kirk's good.
Yeah, but I think once like I don't know, have the Seahawks had their bye? They have, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
Uh, Cowboys had their bye. I mean, most of his team, to be fair, has had their bye.
I
The Bears
think
haven't.
yeah, I would rank Vaughn a little higher, but
I just think if anyone like gets hurt on Vaughn's team, like he's in like big trouble.
yeah,
Like if anything happens to Vaughn's team, like is if you look at his roster this week,
if
he is
CD were to get hurt or Allen,
yeah. Because if you look at his like bench right now, like he has 3 open bench spots, like with no one there.
oh, he just
His
hasn't
bench,
picked anybody up.
yeah, his bench this week is like Joshua Kelly, Pacheco, Rashi Rice, Jameson Williams, Logan Thomas.
Hmm,
I think he has 2 because yeah, Jordan
interesting.
has one in Myers, yeah. But he has 2 open bench spots, and I feel like anyone on his bench, like Pacheco is the only one that I feel like on his bench can have some value. But I
Yeah,
think if a receiver gets hurt, then he can be in some trouble.
yeah, definitely. Okay. Um, so that was 6. So that leaves us with
5,
Ethan,
Ethan, Al,
uh,
even Evan.
and Jordan.
Yeah.
I think I would have Vaughn. I think I would have Ethan at 6 and Vaughn at 5. But I
I
don't know. Where do you think? Do you
I
think
think
Ethan's 5, or do you have
I'd
somebody
probably
else
have
in mind?
Ethan at 4,
Or
and I'd probably have Jordan at 5, which is a little controversial, I guess. But like, dude,
Bijan just hasn't lived up to the
yeah,
hype.
Bijan's
Neither has
fallen off.
Devontae.
Devontae's like situation sucks. Like T Law has not been like crazy consistent. He has Sam Howell in right now.
Howell's been pretty good actually.
Yeah, fantasy wise. But yeah, like but I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah.
have to agree. I think you may be right. I will say he missed ETN last week.
Yeah.
That guy's been a
ETN's been
stud.
awesome. ETN has been awesome. What number 3 running back, I think, in fantasy?
Yeah.
He's been sick.
I almost think Jordan has to go with the three or with the Holy Trinity type
Yeah,
set. He's got nice running backs, but
he does. But I
yeah,
mean, and
his team's
Arthur
just
Smith
been
just needs to like I don't understand why Algier's like getting any touches inside the 10.
yeah. The problem for Jordan's team is he doesn't have much on the bench and he's got 2 Falcons on his team. So I mean I guess that's enough
Yeah.
for him to be
Like
the 5 seed.
It's 2 Falcons on his team, and Devontae's like, I don't even know what's gonna happen with him. Like
Yeah.
now that
His
they're starting
quarterback plays
Aiden O'Connell, like that guy sucks. Like
yeah.
the way to put it. Even though they did cook this week, but it was the Giants who also suck.
Yeah.
Saints were having to start Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
He played.
Danny DeVito is a disaster. I'm hoping he starts against the Cowboys next week. I got Cowboys in my other league.
I just need
Um,
them to run the ball like every play.
yeah, they really should. Okay, so Ethan's team, he gets Kyler back this week. He has
I
Had
don't. I'm
McCaffrey
not
on his
gonna lie.
bench.
I don't think Kyler makes his team better.
No. I mean, Baker's played
Yeah,
pretty
I think
well.
you should be
Goff's played
starting
pretty
Goff.
well.
Like I think he should be starting Goff. Like
Yeah, Goff's been solid. Either
Goff
way, it's a
and
good
he's
problem to have.
and Goff is going up against the Chargers defense that's been like struggling.
Yeah.
And he's going to and Kyler's going against Atlanta with a decent secondary.
Yeah.
And plus I coming back from injury, like I don't know. I've
And Cod comes out this weekend.
yeah.
So you just know he's already missed the best part of his season.
Yeah, like I've never been a huge fan of Kyler, and I know
Me either.
half the league in here like loves him for some reason because he's like a little 5'4" guy running back there. But I don't know. I've just never been a huge fan of Kyler. I think
I
like his attitude last year wasn't great. Like bro's just grinding the sticks. OG Fortnite and COD come like being back in the same timeline just is bad news.
yeah, Kyler's just like he's talented and he's good, but he's just never like impressed me too much. I think Caleb Williams is a taller Kyler Murray also. All right, so I mean, looking at Ethan's team, I mean, he's got McCaffrey, he's got the best player in
Yeah.
fantasy.
So
Higgins is starting to wake
that's
up.
like that's what you can't that's like the one thing you can't argue with is that like he has Higgins.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And Higgins, he made the mistake of not playing Higgins, cost him a win. Could be 6-3 right now, but Ethan's
yeah.
team is definitely a playoff caliber team.
Zay Flowers is getting a lot of touches recently on the Ravens offense.
Yeah, not this week, but you're
Not this
right.
week, but like
He has been. Yeah,
they were just
he's a good
ground and pound
flex.
last week. Like the Ravens pissed me off. You score 37 points, Lamar doesn't get one touchdown.
Yeah,
They were
he's
just ground and pound.
certainly a good flex to have. So I think Ethan's a good. I guess you have him at 4. I'm putting Vaughn at 4, just because Vaughn's
Yeah.
strung together. I think 4 straight wins or 3 straight wins. He's just hot. So I got
Yeah.
to put Vaughn
That's why
ahead of.
I'm debating on this one on 3.
Yeah, so we're down to Steve, Evan, and Alex. I
Now.
think I would put Evan here.
I'm debating between Evan and Al.
Alex team's hotter.
It is
I
hot.
I think power rankings is supposed to be not based on standings, but based on, who's got
Yeah,
it
how
going.
your team's shaping up. But like part of it is because for me, I think this week he's kind of in trouble. His main receivers are out.
Yeah.
I think it'll kind of slow him down. And for some reason, Pete Carroll's like giving Saquon the Bijan treatment.
You mean Kenneth?
Yeah. Like he's giving him the Bijan treatment. Like he's not getting as many carries. Charbonnet has out carried him for the past like 2 weeks for no reason. They've lost the past 2 weeks, and both weeks Charbonnet out carried him.
Yeah.
Like
I guess
I
I didn't
don't
realize that.
yeah, Pete Carroll's being a bum recently. And so hopefully like they'll fucking engage Kenneth in the offense more because the past 2 weeks they like barely did it all. And Al gave a big dumped off a lot for him. So but I
That's
think
true.
I mean this week I think it will be a close one because he's missing a lot, but I think after that he'll be fine again.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I just have seen Alex win a bunch of games and
Yeah.
was, thinking, I mean, Burrow's been playing really well. I think Alex's team is, I think it's fair to, I was going to put him at 2, but I think it's fair to have him lower. I'd say some of the teams behind him have higher ceilings,
Yeah.
maybe more championship caliber, but I think you got to give credit where credit's due. Alex has won some big games when he's needed it.
Yeah.
He's got himself
Undefeated
back
since
into the playoff picture. I think he was 2-4 at one point, and he's now
yeah,
five
now
and four.
he's leading his
So,
division, right? Yeah, I think so.
he's
Yeah, he
no,
is.
he's
He's
not.
first
Is he leading? Oh, he is leading it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, You got to give
So
him credit.
yeah.
And
Uh,
then, yeah,
I'd say Evan too, even
yeah,
though his team has fallen off. But like, I think he's been without Demont recently. Like Stroud's been cooking. Like Stroud's gonna stay as his number one.
I have to say, like, when we talked about how Evan had like the best for I where I said this at the I said that I thought Evan had the best first three picks in the entire draft, and then I thought that it fell off from there. I still have to agree, but I think that like he's just reaping the benefits of
Yeah,
doing such a great job at the beginning of the draft because those guys have really propelled him throughout the season. I
yeah.
mean, and then
Like
he
it's kind
made
of
some
like
good trades. So
yeah. I see his team like Ethan's, except like where CMC is weak, but I feel like the surrounding cast is a little better.
yeah, I mean the if the sheriff keeps balling the way he has,
Yeah.
then or the way he did last week, like the sky's the limit for this team.
Like yeah, like weak is the sole point of this team, and I think just he has like more people on his team with a higher ceiling, like surrounding him.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think
Reek's
they have
like
a very
his.
similar like kind of team though.
It's like yeah, it's like his CMC kind of.
Yeah.
And JT is only going to get better. He's finally got 75% of the snaps. Last week his touches are going up, so he's going to start balling out. He needs Monty back because Roshan's just not doing it. I
Yeah.
think the big question marks are obviously his wide receiver too and his flex.
Yeah. But I mean he'll have
He has Samuel and
yeah.
London who didn't play
London,
last week.
Lockett.
They were hurt.
I'd say London, Lockett, and Curtis Samuel are like not
They're not the
terrible.
worst, but they don't
But
excite me
yeah,
too
they're a
much.
little scary. Yeah, I'd be there. That's like the one person I'd have to like keep focus on to see like how good they do during the week
Yeah.
is
But
the
like I said, the rest of his team really picks up for those guys, and those guys can have a good week any week. So he's got
yeah,
a good team.
yeah.
Um,
And
and
then we
then
got
the
Steve.
last one, Steve. I mean, same record as Evan. It just seems like he's been more consistent all year. He's the leading
Yeah,
scorer in the league. He's made great trades. He's really just
like he like him getting Brees and Jamar for what he gave up is crazy. Like
yeah, he's really just exhibited his fantasy football acumen throughout the year. I mean, he's a vet. He's been doing it for over a decade now, and
yeah,
you can tell that Steve knows what he's doing. I think
yeah,
his experience will propel him in the playoffs. I think that he's got a good shot to win it all.
yeah. Like his team is legit. It's just like Cousins going down kind of hurts.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
hurts.
Dobbs did cook last game, so like I'm interested to see how that goes. And then
I think Steve, if he watches this, I think that he can make some. He's got so many pieces on his team. He definitely could trade for a quarterback if he thought he needed to.
yeah,
I
I
have to agree. That's his one
it
weak
was it
spot.
was available. Now, well, to be fair, I asked Steve yesterday if he wanted to, and he said, and he in quote said, no, Josh Dobbs.
So he likes Dobbs. It's
So I guess yeah, I think he likes Dobbs.
one thing about Steve is he finds really interesting players to latch on to, like whether it's Teddy Bridgewater or
Yeah, Jameis.
Jameis, like, and I mean, dude, Jameis almost, I think Jameis did win him a championship. So
Probably did.
you
But I
never
think
know. You never know with Steve. Maybe
but
Dobbs has weapons now. He did well in Arizona, and that was with Hollywood Brown as his like main weapon. And
yeah,
now he's got
and he's going
Hawkinson, Addison, Jefferson.
yeah.
He's
He
got
could very well cook. My
yeah,
thing, like, and you look at Steve's team, you're like, damn, this team is good. And then you look at his bench and you see Cooper Cup on a bye week. Like, even though Cooper has been kind of struggling the past few weeks,
yeah.
um, hopefully he'll kind of get back up if Stafford comes healthy the next soon. I don't know what his deal is, like his thumb, but hopefully Stafford will come back after the bye week. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked into his injury, but yeah, I mean, Cup has had
If
like my point is like if he had Cup in his starting lineup, I'd be like, ooh, that's kind of a tough spot. But then you look at his lineup now, and he throws in Addison, who's been cooking.
Right.
Like,
That's what I was just about to say. Like Steve's team's deep, so
so
oh,
it's hard to.
Addison's there. Addison gives him good depth, and Brian Robinson gives him good depth at
Yeah.
running back.
So
What did this guy do last week? Nothing.
yeah.
He's intriguing. I thought he would pick up after he started to have a good showing a couple weeks ago. All right,
Yeah.
let's dive into matchups.
All right.
So we're playing each other again. Or wait, no, this is week 11. Sorry,
Yeah, I would
my
say
bad.
I'm playing Brady.
I'm playing Lem this week.
Um,
What do we think is going to happen here? I'll let you do it.
um, this is an interesting one. I think both the quarterbacks are gonna have a really good week. Um, I don't know what like for Madison, I don't know what's been up with the Saints defense. Like they got cut like the Saints defense caused 5 turnovers, and I still thought they played bad against the Bears. Like the Bears punted once that game. And it's not even like I couldn't tell you what it was. Like they were getting torched in the pass game by Bajan,
Well,
and Pittman was running all
the
over him.
the Bears only punted once because they had like 5 turnovers. Bajan
Yeah, but
had
like
like
every
four
time they had
picks.
a drive, they like marched.
Yeah, and then
Like
they
they
gave it
caused
away.
turnovers, but like they didn't get any stops, is my point. Like Foreman like ran all over him. So I can't tell like if the Saints defense has like they're a run phase defense or like you got to beat them in the air. Like I can't tell.
Yeah,
So I don't know what Madison's gonna be an interesting watch this week. I think you win in the running back department easily.
yeah. He's gonna have to play? Najee, I guess he'll probably play because
Yeah,
Najee was all right last week.
yeah, and he's stepping up a bit again, but I don't know. I'm like, I'll just never be a Najee
I
fan.
don't
Like
know
a
how.
guy that will never score over 20 points.
Oh, I guess. Well, I guess if
Singletary,
Pierce is out again, but I don't know how you can
I
start
think he's
Devin
questionable
Singletary.
now. Pierce is questionable this week, so we'll have to see with that.
I imagine if I was Lem, I would play Hunt and Harris, but that's just me. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
probably would too, but I
I
mean,
think my
we'll
running
see.
backs are better.
Yeah, I agree. I think most of your players just have higher ceilings. So
I'm pissed I
I
gotta
think
play
it's gonna
Mike
be
Tom. He
you.
sold me last week. If he would have just got like his normal 10 points, I would beat Jordan. Or actually, no,
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't have, but
Yeah, he did not play well.
he didn't even get any points. I guess
Yeah, I think
Jordan beat me by
he had
like
like one target too.
four,
So
14, but still, it's like if I had a competent receiver give me some points, not zero, not a donut, I might have had a
yeah.
chance.
Like Camaro is the same way. Like we get inside the red zone, we just like push the Taysom Hill button and we score. So like it's annoying, but like as a Saints fan, I want us to win. So like
Yeah, gotta do what
mm.
you gotta do. This is intriguing. Both these guys have been like studs,
Cole
surprising young
that is
studs.
he's a boomer bust. Like there's that guy is terrifying.
Who's that? Cole?
That he's been a boomer or bust. He's terrifying.
Dude, he can get you like 23, 27, or he can put up a donut.
Yeah,
So
donut and a 3. Like,
we'll see what we get.
but I think against Carolina, I don't know. That's gonna be an interesting one. I think
Yeah.
it like I don't know. I mean Bajan's been slinging him the ball, so he loves Komet.
And Fields was slinging them the ball too. The one game that the games that he got
Oh
3-0 on were the games that he
he had
hadn't
like
like
85 and 2 touchdowns.
like Bajan, he hadn't really played with Bajan yet. So I think like they found that connection right there.
Yeah.
So I feel good about Komet this week.
Yeah. I can so I can see Komet doing another decent week. But I'm
Javante's
saying
starting to look good.
I think I gotta go you on this one. I just think like even with some of his guys gone, like he's like his one boom player that like goes off, like sometimes still like is on a bye. Like
Yeah. Lem just doesn't have a lot of firepower, but he's been
yeah,
finding ways to win games. So we'll
yeah,
see.
he's got the like the decent floors. Like all of his players have a decent floor. Like, but
Yeah. All right. I will do your matchup.
yeah.
Can't be having any bias in there, but let me know what your thoughts are. Um, Lamar better than Bryce Young. So this should be easy. Saquon better than Warren. This is a good little matchup. Um, but I mean the Texans just threw the ball over the Bucks. The Bucks, and when you're playing the Bucks, you're gonna throw the ball. So I think that Kamara against Minneapolis is a pretty good matchup. I'd give it to you. I had to give the this one to Deontay. He's been awesome.
I think that one's close
That is
because to be
close.
fair, like G Will actually has been like playing not terrible recently. Like
What
since
did he
I
do last week?
he had 13, but he fumbled.
Uh, yeah, he's. I feel like when I think of Garrett Wilson, I always think he's gonna give me like 14 to 17 points.
Yeah,
Without
that's what
without
he's done. That's what
Rodgers.
he's done for me. So like
If if Rodgers was there, I think he probably would have been like a top 5 receiver maybe, but I don't know.
possible.
I think dude, Nico Collins has been good. I don't know. Terry's been good too. That's a draw. That's a tie. Jonu's been surprisingly
He's
good.
been sneaky. Johnny's been sneaky.
He had 21 last week. He's kind of put up like Komet numbers.
Yeah. And they're playing Arizona, so I don't know. Like that'll be
I'd
interesting.
rather have Laporta potty, but
Yeah.
we'll take that's an interesting one. Keep your eyes. He's Jonu's the one to watch in the matchup.
Yeah.
And then this is interesting because Debo's been out, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna
Did he
be
just come
practicing
back?
someday, yeah.
That'll be interesting. I
So
think I give the edge to Mike Evans, but I mean that'll be interesting to watch. So
yeah.
Steven, I think you beat Brady, but Brady's got
He's got a few sneaky guys on there
it's
that like
yeah,
I'll have to worry about.
it's too bad Swift's out, just because he's got to play Warren now. But Warren hasn't been bad, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Steven, you win by probably about 15 or 20, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
It's just like injuries have been killing me. Like Kyron, like my team has gone down ever since Kyron got injured. Like, and he was the most safe flex I've like had in so long. But
Yeah,
he's not gonna be back until I think there was a report saying week 12. So
yeah,
hopefully I'll get him back for a couple games before the playoffs. Goddard going down now, but he's gonna be back before the playoffs. I'm hearing reports. Um, yeah, I'm having to pick up OBJ.
yeah. I saw that.
I don't know, but I think most of my team has also had bye weeks. So I think once the Saints have a bye, I might struggle, but I don't know, the rest of my team is I think I'm kind of chilling on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, your team
I'll be
definitely.
confident winning this week. I've been struggling lately, but this week is the first week I've been like, okay, I actually like feel like I should be winning. Plus the Saints have like a interesting game. So if the Saints lose, that means I win.
Yeah,
Like I've
you
genuinely no, I don't understand. Like this is crazy that every week I have the opposite result of the Saints. Every
that's
week.
crazy.
The Saints haven't had the same result twice. Like
It's
once.
crazy because you have Kamara and I guess you don't really play Shaheed, but dude, you got fucked. This guy's actually so good, but since we don't do kicking,
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm an idiot because I'm the one who advocated for getting rid of that.
yeah, dude, this guy's stats are way better in a kicking league. He's like, hold on, I actually want to pull this up for research purposes. Where does it say the position rank? He's 31.
Yeah.
He's 31 here. Look at this.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, and the PFFL, he's legit.
Let's see. Scores. Oh shit. Uh
PFFL, he's it doesn't say in this because it's kind of different, but I'll say it doesn't. I don't think it
it
calculates.
doesn't tell you.
Yeah, but he's higher than 31. Like we know that. I think he genuinely might be top 20 if like
Here,
we calculate that.
it tells you on the app. Honestly, dude, the app is way better than the desktop.
Here, I'll look
That's
on it.
actually annoying. It doesn't have, I can't do leaders on here. Oh well. All right.
Yeah,
Back to, let me know when you find it, but back to matchups. Uh,
this ranking.
so the next one we'll do is Ethan and Drew. Kyler versus Purdy. That's actually interesting. I think actually Purdy will well, Kyler's going against Atlanta, but I don't know. I think Purdy actually outscores Kyler.
Yeah.
Um, McCaffrey Eckler. That's
There's a lot of close ones on this one, I think.
you got to give it to McCaffrey, but
Yeah.
that's close.
But
I actually,
Eckler's gonna keep it close.
yeah, I actually think,
Mondre and Jaron Jones is gonna be close too. Like I think
yeah,
everything's gonna be kind of close.
yeah, this is actually a really close matchup. I think, I think Tank Dell will outscore Zay Flowers this week.
Yeah, especially against Cleveland. Like that's the thing. Like for me, I'm kind of nervous because I have to start Lamar because 2 is on a bye, and it's against Cleveland's defense, which is a little making me a little nervous because they are so dominant.
Yeah,
But I
I
mean,
think,
Kittle outscores Everett. I think that's like the one. That's the one
uh-huh,
like position where it's like clearly Kittle.
yeah, yep.
Everything is
This
close.
this is where I think Ethan has the slight edge in almost every position. And
But
then
I think
this
position
is
could
like the
also
icing
go
on the
either way.
cake.
Yeah.
What?
I think
Yeah.
like one of those where he has the edge, but like each position could also go either way.
Right.
So like you have to go Ethan, but you don't be surprised if Drew like somehow pulls this out.
Yeah, it sucks Brown's
Yeah,
on a
if AJ
bye
Brown's
because
playing, then he's probably in a better.
if Drew had AJ Brown in there, then I think he probably wins. All right, hold on. My computer's getting low. I gotta plug it in.
Yeah, I mean, it should be an interesting week. So I also would like everyone to stop talking about Michigan State. Um, we're gonna be fine. Anytime Michigan State has any expectations in the tournament, we do awful, but anytime we don't, we do great. So this is all part of the long-term plan by Izzo. He's a genius. Um, I don't know why we decided to play a bunch of white guys down low when we have like one of the best power forwards coming. But
All right, I'm back.
all right,
I heard you yapping about Michigan State.
yeah, I told everyone to stop fucking being on me about it.
All right. Which one? Well, we'll do Cheetah and Skip versus Pukaville. What do you think about Puka Nuka?
Puka Nuka has been awesome. But
He's
like
not. Oh yeah, the Rams have a bye,
yeah, Rams are on a bye, and the Dolphins are on a bye. So
and so is Hurts.
and
Yeah,
Eagles.
Alex is getting fucking
I might be in a little bit
ratioed.
of trouble this week. I think if Pete Carroll actually plays Kenneth Walker how he's supposed to, then might be fine. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
So who do Cheetah and the they don't have anybody on bye, but let's. I mean, I think you gotta give it to Burrow. You gotta give it to
Yeah,
Walker. You gotta give it to Mixon.
yeah,
Mixon's actually been really good.
yeah. Give it to Diggs.
Diggs.
Give it to ooh.
This is a good little
I
matchup.
think it's D Hop with Debo coming back.
Yeah, and he's got Levis going. I like
Yeah.
it.
Um.
Fergie's been pretty good actually.
Yeah. Ingram they just had a bye, right? I think.
Yeah, and they're going against San Francisco.
And
I like Fergie actually,
that one's another close one, I think.
and then Amon-Ra I think will
I go
outscore
Amon-Ra,
Watson by
yeah.
a lot. But who knows? Maybe Watson gets in the
Dude,
end zone.
and he wins in kicker. Fuck me, dude. Goopy is so ass.
This Alex could score a lot of points right here.
Dude, yeah, that's actually gonna be brutal.
Last time these two played, Cowboys got 35, and now they got fucking what's his
Now they're
name,
playing
DeVito in there. Yeah, I don't know. I actually think Alex could. If Alex finds a way to pull this off, that's a huge win for him.
That is a huge win.
It'll bode very well for his playoff seeding. I think
This
this is
is
a
a
game.
huge win for both. This would be a huge win for both teams. Like
Oh yeah, I
this is
mean,
a this might be matchup of the week as far as like playoff implications and what it means to each team.
yeah. I think it's probably a must. Well, it's a must score points for Cheetah and the Skip, and I'd
Yeah.
say it's a must win. But they got to score a lot of
If they don't win
points,
this week, then it might be a kind of have to win out rest of
or
the year.
yeah, or outscore everybody. Yeah. But for Alex, I don't think you expect him to win because he's got so many people on
Yeah,
buys.
you got
But
some
it's a
people.
winnable game, and if he
Oh
can
yeah,
win,
yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah, I think you gotta look at this and think Cheetah and Skip.
Yeah, I think Diggs and Amon are just too much of an advantage in the game compared
Yeah,
to the other guys. But because I don't even know who this guy is.
he's like the new Pat's wide receiver one since born towards ACL.
Wide receiver one, but his most points this year is 11. So I don't know.
Well, that's because I mean they've had Kendrick Bourne until like last week, so I
Yeah,
think that guy he'll be like a 9-10 point guy.
I just don't really like any guy that's on the Pats. But who knows? Maybe he has a good week. Indiana or Indianapolis is just not great defensively, secondary wise. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Good luck, Alex. All right.
yeah.
Um, we're gonna go with
Do we want to go?
this
Yeah,
one.
Jordan and
This is
Vaughn.
probably the second best matchup of the week.
Yeah,
Gotta give it to Vaughn.
yeah.
Is Monty back this week? No, right?
He's questionable. I think we'll find out if he's
If
practicing. I can look real
I
quick.
think I think give it to Bijan, but if Gibbs has the full load, then I might give it to Gibbs.
He practiced on yesterday.
Okay. So we'll expect Monty to play.
So
I
I
would
think
say
yeah.
I don't know. ETN has a tough matchup.
Yeah.
I actually think that ETN comes back down to earth this week for once, but he'll pick it back up after this week.
Yeah. He'll be I probably agree.
But
I think he's gonna struggle. I'd go CD there.
yeah,
Um
you gotta go Allen.
Keenan. I
Although Washington's secondary is awful, so
yeah, yeah.
Taysom, I give it to
I
Taysom,
go
man.
Taysom. I go Taysom.
He's been a beast, and Joku's been good too. But
But yeah,
look at
Pat's
these numbers, man. Look at
tight
these
end
numbers.
tight end 9, and that's only since Houston he's actually been getting like touches.
Kelsey not even doing this. I'm jealous.
Yeah. I offered him a trade and he didn't even look at it. So
Hollywood or Kirk. I just don't like Hollywood, but
I
Kyler's
think
back. He'll probably
but
do well.
yeah. Hollywood, but it's Kirk against San Francisco again, like and then he's
Yeah.
got Myers in, so
If I was Jordan, I would flex. Sorry, if I was Jordan, I would flex forward, but I don't know. Who do you think wins?
hmm, I'm leaning
I'm
toward
leaning I'm leaning Vaughn,
I'm
but
leaning Jordan
it'll be a good game.
because I think
He's got to
the
put his kicker in there.
he's got to put his kicker in, and I don't know. I think Bijan like he has to like be the focal point against Arizona. Like I don't if Arthur Smith can like stiffs him again, then Jordan might be in like actually more trouble than we think. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would say the game comes down to Jordan's running backs. If they play
Yeah,
well, he'll probably win.
yeah,
Or if they outplay Vaughn, he'll probably win. But I don't know.
yeah.
I'm picking Vaughn, but we'll see.
I think I'm leaning Jordan on that one.
All
First
right.
split decision.
Yeah.
And then it's
Game of
Evan,
the week.
Evan,
The
Steve,
1 seed versus the
top of
2 seed.
yeah, top of the div, top of the div.
What do we think here?
I think you have to go Stroud.
Yeah. Especially after last week.
Yeah,
And
and like not even like Dobbs had sick last week too. Like, but he's going against a New Orleans defense that's getting a lot of takeaways. Like they can get exposed yardage wise, but they get so many takeaways. So
yeah. And this game's gonna be high scoring, so
yeah,
this is a really good matchup.
it is going to be close. I think you got. I would give that one to Brees.
Yeah.
Against Vegas, like
Yeah, I
they've
think
been
so too.
his load just gets bigger each week. Pause, but like he like just gets more. I feel like he's just gotten better each week.
Yeah. This is another interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think that one. Ooh, that one is tough because the Jets defense. Like last week was the first. I think the first time we've seen them like struggle against anyone.
Yeah. I
So
probably I probably go Jacobs just because it's Monty's first game back.
yeah, I'd agree with that. Jamar.
Jamar easily. He'll probably score twice as many points as London.
Yeah, probably.
I gotta
Um,
go Olave.
that
Right.
one is kind of tricky for
Well,
me.
actually,
Yeah,
They're playing Washington, so Lockett could have a big game.
yeah. That one's
Actually,
tricky.
yeah, I'm gonna go Lockett. I'm gonna
I
change
think
my
I'd go
mind.
Lockett too.
Yeah.
Um,
This is a great matchup.
yeah. Both playing against good defenses.
I
I'm
think I think I go Mandrews, but
I don't know. The Saints, I think, have only given up one touchdown to tight ends this year, and it was or no, they've given up three now because of Komet. But until then, they had given up
Komet
one.
had two.
So, yeah, so they've had given up three touchdowns to tight
Yeah,
ends
yeah.
because they gave up one to Schultz.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. That's about as good of a tight end matchup as it gets.
yeah,
That's
that's
gonna be
that's
interesting.
really even. That's probably a tie for me. I don't even know like
I
what to
think
think.
the game could be won or lost here based
Yeah,
on
very. Oh yeah, for sure it can. And then Addison, I think he got to go.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think you think Addison, but don't be surprised if Samuel has a big game because I
He's
think
sneaky.
yeah, I think they're gonna have to be. They might be trailing for a big part of that game.
It sucks that I mean, I guess
No,
Cup and Hill are both out
and no
on
week.
bye. We kind of got robbed there of that matchup.
Yeah, that would have been sweet.
I think it sucks for Evan too because Reek plays that gives him a really good chance to win this week. Now it's I
I
think I'd give it to Steve, but
Yeah, I agree. I also give it to Steve, but again, this is another close one. I could see going either way, but I'm more expecting Steve to win this.
yeah. And I mean Evan's just found ways to win games all year, so we'll see what
Yeah.
happens this week. All
Is there
right.
any so they got Brees is playing Sunday night. So that's where is that the last player in that matchup? Oh, Steve's got
Uh
both his running backs playing Sunday night.
yeah, they're playing each other.
That'll be that'll that that'll be big for that'll be a big game for them to watch.
Evan's gonna be stressing it on Sunday night, it seems.
Yeah, it does seem like that. Hey,
But
but I got Tyler Bass playing on Monday night to come through, clinch the dub for me. So
wow. That'll be yeah.
yeah,
Kickers on Monday night are always if it's
scary.
close,
Yeah.
that could be interesting. All right. Steven, anything you wanna say to the league?
Um, I think it's been an interesting year fantasy football. Like, yeah, me and Steve were talking about last week that we don't know how to feel about football because no really team is like in the actual NFL is like dominating. And so we feel like some of the games haven't been as enjoyable to watch. But this league is like super intense and close, and it's kind of the same where it's no one's dominating. So it's really tight. And I think right now at this time it's kind of a little underwhelming when you look at some of the matchups and how the NFL games are going. But once it gets to like playoff time, then it's going to kick up and be like really intense and fun for everyone.
Yeah, I think I don't know, when you look at the scoring of this league, like it seems like teams just haven't been like scoring a lot of points, which is a little
Yeah.
surprising. But
Like last week, like was such a low like scoring week in NFL and fantasy, like everywhere. Like I feel like I was talking to all my friends like here about fantasy, and they were like, "Yeah, my team scored like 102," and they were like,
yeah,
"I second most points in the league." Like it just last week was just kind of not a fun week. Like it just was kind of dead. But
yeah,
hopefully I'll kick up this week. Like I'm kind of scared about my matchups this week because I feel like it could be the same thing. Like I have Lamar against Cleveland, Saquon against Dallas. And those are two of my like most important players, and they have terrible matchups. So I don't know. We'll see. But
yeah. Where do you think your team's headed? Are you gonna make the playoffs or
I think so. Like it's like the past 2 weeks have made me nervous. Um, but I do think they're gonna make the playoffs. I think it'll be close. I'm just waiting for the one time the Saints and my team win the same week and the curse is broken.
yeah, that's always crazy to me just because you have, like I said earlier in the show, like you have,
Speed, yeah.
yeah, but
But so I mean, I think I make the playoffs, but I'll need to pick up some big wins along the way. I mean, I got Brady. I have you next week, which will be a big
that'll be a
one.
big one as
I'm gonna be
always.
without Kamara.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah. I got Lem after,
That's
who's been
another big one.
grinding
Rivalry week.
wins. I have Evan after that, and
Tough
then Steve
schedule. You got to win this
close
week.
out the year. Yeah, I have a really tough schedule, so I got to close out the year with a tough schedule. So this week is kind of a must win for me. But
Yeah.
so
Anything else?
I think that's it for me. Good luck to everyone
Sparty
this week.
gonna get a win tonight?
Dude, if Sparty loses to Southern Indiana, then I'm deleting my phone number and falling off the grid and going off the grid.
I heard the ghost of Larry Bird's gonna show up, and
Isn't that
I
Indiana
guess
State?
Larry Bird's not even dead, but
Oh yeah, true.
Larry Bird's just gonna show up 70 years old and cook.
Yeah, show
But
with his special powers and his broken back.
all right. Well, thank you, Steven, for joining us. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed our analysis. We'll see you next week. Good luck this weekend. Drink lots of beer, have lots of fun. Peace.
Yes, sir.